Task 1.
Good morning, America. I'm Julia Berger, bringing you the scoop of the disease on the rise, diabetes. And with me today for a special interview is Dr. Xavier Ramirez. Thank you, Xavier, for joining us.
Why, it was my pleasure, Julia. Hello, America. Today I'm going to be teaching you more about this disease, and I hope you learned something new today. Let's walk through this presentation to better understand diabetes. I bet you all like to indulge on sugar as much as I do.
Binges.
However, diabetics don't get to experience this in the same way we do. Their natural process of homeostasis has been thrown off.
Wait, Xavier, what's homeostasis?
Well, Julia, homeostasis is how we naturally maintain ourselves, like how our blood sugar levels are never too high or never too low. Well, within diabetics, this is thrown off. As you can see here, the blood is traveling to the pancreas, an organ in the body. Inside the pancreas, the cells called beta cells produce a hormone called insulin.
What's insulin?
Well, insulin is a hormone that helps maintain our blood sugar levels. As you're about to see, it binds to the cell receptors, or insulin receptors, just like a lock and a key. Once they fit together perfectly, they open GLUT4 channels, or just glucose channels. These glucose channels allow glucose to fit into the cell. And once the glucose is inside the cell now has energy and is ready to go. However, Julia, this process also can go the other way around. Have you ever skipped a meal and felt lightheaded or dizzy?
Yeah.
Well, here's why that happens. As the blood travels to the pancreas then recognizes that you don't have enough glucose in your blood. So the alpha cells within the pancreas release another hormone known as glucagon. Glucagon then travels through the blood into the liver. Now, once glucagon is inside the liver, as it's traveled to it, the liver will now release its stored up glycogen. Glycogen is a more complex form of glucose. Now, once the glycogen has released the glucose, I bet you can carry it on from the rest of the way here, can't you? That's right, because it's just like the other process. You see, once that glucose is back in the bloodstream, insulin is then made again. The insulin then binds to the receptors, and the GLUT4 or glucose channels are reopened, which now allow that extra insulin that was just released from your liver to flood in, and then your blood sugar levels are back to normal. So as you can see, your body has maintained homeostasis, what we just talked about earlier.
So your body is basically at equilibrium, right?
Exactly. Now, there are two types of diabetes, Julia. In type 1, as you can see, the white cells actually destroy the beta cells, or you're immunocompromised. However, in type 2 diabetes, your insulin no longer fits in. The shape is no longer like a lock and key, and it's now broken. So in type 1, they produce no insulin because their beta cells have been destroyed. However, in type 2, they tend to actually produce too much insulin because it no longer fits in. Well, that's all I have for you today, America. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, Xavier, for joining us.
It was my pleasure, Julia.
Thank you, America, for watching for the disease on the rise. Join in next time for the new scoop on something mysterious.
Hello, Julia. After our interview today, I wanted to send you home with some homework. First things first, what is diabetes itself? I definitely want you to get back to me with these results. Also, I know someone, Anna Garcia. She recently was deceased. However, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I want you to explain to me why and delve into more detail than I was unfortunately able to run out of time today in our interview. Thank you so much. Have a great day, Julia.
Yes, Xavier, we did some research and found out what diabetes is and put it into this graph for our viewers to better understand. For the second part of the homework, Xavier, our viewers helped us figure out what Anna Garcia is. She is type 1 diabetic. We know this because she is not making insulin If she was type 2 diabetic, she would be making insulin, but it would not be working properly.
Task 2.